This is VSiN, the sports betting network.
Always follow the money. That's what I always say. You always follow the money. Yeah.
This is Follow the Money with Mitch Moss and Pauly Howard on VSiN.
Good to have you on board. Busy hour coming up. Lou Finocchiaro, bottom of the hour. Strong opinion on the Carolina Hurricanes. Also, a bunch of bets for the College World Series. And by the way, the number one team in the country. Yes, we're a gambling network. Yes, this is becoming more popular by the year. The UCLA Bruins laying 5.5 runs today to St. Mary's. They are trailing 3-2 in the top of the ninth. And when we brought this up, I don't know, an hour or so ago, they were an $11 favorite, and it was scoreless like in the third or fourth inning, I believe.
St. Mary's is only $5. That's surprising. Because Milwaukee upset Auburn. They were 11-1. They had a 3% chance to win on Kalshi before, and they got it done. And they won 13-8.
So St. Mary's was 5-1.
Yes.
Okay.
That's surprising. I thought that'd be more. Maybe St. Mary's is a stud pitcher. I don't know.
So let's look at the live betting number right now for this game. You can grab UCLA down a run at around plus 165.
Wow.
It's not,
down to 3 outs. Yeah, that's the price.
Runs have been at an absolute premium in this game so far. Do you take it at that number? The number one team in the country down a run, and you can grab plus 165 right now. That seems a little juicy to me, Pauly.
Was Lamar a big price too?
And you blink and that number's gone. It's plus 150 now.
Oh, okay. Because Lamar is beating A&M.
Okay, so
That's
they just
another
got,
one. Yeah,
they got their second out. That's why.
Okay. Lamar was plus 340.
That'd be one way to begin the day, huh?
Yes. It's like the French Open. Nothing but dogs here.
Yeah, right.
Big dogs coming in.
Now it's plus 148. That's tempting.
Arkansas Little Rock beat Southern Miss. They were 6-1.
And what was the final score in the Texas game? They were up 18-0 at one point.
I don't even want to look. Yeah. 19-1.
Okay. You know what? I'm trying to fire in right now a little bit on UCLA at plus 150. We'll see if the app's going to actually allow it to go in or not. But that is
down to your final 3 outs?
Yeah, I'll take a shot. The number one team in the country.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Going in blind. That's a hell of a St. Mary's bullpen, I hear. Watch out. Flamethrowers coming out.
You might be right.
Yeah, could be.
I don't even. It's taken forever for the bet to go in, so I don't even know if it's going to go in or not.
My friend, sometimes the gods smile upon us.
Bet rejected.
No.
Swear to God.
Okay. We have some great matchups here.
Oh, my God.
That hopefully we can take advantage of. Bush for the Cubs, career, 4 for 4 against Palante. Suzuki, 500 career. Suarez, 667 against Holmes. And Judge, 500 against Severino.
Right.
All of them in action tonight. Bush, over 1.5 total bases, is actually plus money at Caesars. And if you want to get aggressive, 2+ at DK and others is a juicy price as well. To see if they can continue. The last time we saw this, it was Horowitz, who was 7 for 7 lifetime against Martinez.
That's right.
And he went 3 for 3. So see if we can keep that going. And Chris Paddock on the mound with our first game coming up in half an hour.
Oh, I have a bet.
You have to. Yeah, I'm on the brace. If you lose, so be it. Every start this year, no matter the team he's been on, they're 0-8. So he's the worst pitcher ROI. His team's yet to win a game. He keeps bouncing around. I don't get it. It reminds me of those days with Anthony Young when he was a Cub, and I think he lost his first 20 starts. Yeah, but Mitch, he's got good stuff. I mean, it's the
guy can't be in the league.
I know, come on. He's batting practice.
Yeah, overall, his mark is 0-6 on the year. The ERA is 6.86, but the underlying numbers, Pauly, much better, like a 4.44. Yeah, I have 2 bets on this game. I bet the Braves at minus 134. And I also have a bet. The better bet to me is the team total over 4.5. I laid 30 cents with that. And that's another one. By the way, they're on the road, so they're going to get all 9 licks, right? Top of the ninth, it's going to be there for them as well. They scored a boatload of runs yesterday. It's the Atlanta Braves we're talking about. Best record in baseball. The offense is humming, has been now pretty much the entire year. If I lose these bets to Chris Paddock, I tip my cap. I bet on principle both ways across the board. And, oh, by the way, got to mention this, the Braves can also still win the most wins in the month of May. They have 16. I failed to mention that yesterday because they were in action. I think it was tied when we talked about it. But they have 16 now. So they have this matchup tonight. It's Perez Singer tomorrow and Strider Lodolo on Sunday. I think there's a chance where the Rays and the Braves sweep their opponents this weekend.
Yeah.
And they finish with 19 wins, and it turns into an absolute humdinger of those two teams, along with, I think the Phillies and Dodgers probably cancel each other out. But then what happens with the Guardians playing the Red Sox and the Brewers taking on the Astros? It's a 6-team race right now.
I like the Rays. I mean, I know it's $1.70 tonight, but Martinez, 2 earned runs or fewer allowed in all 10 starts.
I think it's a good bet, too.
He's 2-0 with a 1 ERA and 4 home starts as well. They're awesome at home. Angels have been pathetic.
Oh, money on the Angels here at Circa, the way it looks.
Yeah.
I don't agree.
Down to 145.
Yeah, I don't agree with the move at all.
175 at DK.
Yeah.
Mercy.
Yeah, so what? The Rays have been in a little bit of a slump. Their power rating's been off pretty much the entire year.
Right. And a great home team. And Martinez has been a stud. No doubt.
147 is a good number to me.
Yes.
I like that bet.
Yes. We also talked about watch out for Arizona. And they get hot because they had 13 in a row against San Francisco and Colorado.
Oh, and they do well.
Yeah, they did. They took advantage of it. But I'll tell you who's cooking during this streak is Marte. 11-game hit streak. He's hitting .571 during that streak.
Mm-hmm.
They've won 5 in a row. Kirby $1.40 at home against Gallen tonight.
Okay, so I'm glad you brought this up because I have Ketel Marte on my fantasy team. And
you do?
Yeah, it was not fun for the first month of the season. I'm like, this guy's a machine. What the hell's going on? But you knew he was going to crank it up at some point. Thank God he finally did. I ran this bet by Matt Vasgersian today. Matt Vasgersian came on yesterday. The Brian Reynolds bet was a winner from Matt yesterday in the top of the first inning. Bottom of the first.
Went deep.
Oh, he had a double as well.
Did, yeah. Okay.
So, I mean, it was a great call by him on Brian Reynolds. I said, why don't you take a peek at Marte? He's been blazing hot, as Matt knew. I'm like, also, like, George Kirby throws the sinker like 19, 20% of the time. Well, Ketel Marte is batting almost 500 with a slug of around 900 against the sinker this year. And Matt said, it's a great find. However, Kirby does not throw the sinker that often to lefties. I bet it anyway. I bet 2 total bases out of him at plus 130 tonight in this game. I'm riding the hot streak.
I like it.
I wish we would have been on the air during this hot streak because he was automatic and we would have been betting him like every single day. Mm-hmm. So, got to keep it up.
I know. Matt's great, but he also running bad, though. I mean, you take the bad beat with the foul ball while you're doing the interview. Kid, it's the foul ball off the brand new car. You just drive it off the lot. 1,000,000 shot. Fusilli Jerry. Corkscrew pasta.
Sure.
Vicious.
Do you want to take plus money with Zach Wheeler and the Phillies on the road at Dodger Stadium? That's a dilemma right there.
I know. Here's this race. I know. He's been so good. Oh, man, he's been tough.
So, and six starts
numbers
on the year.
Yep.
A 1.67 ERA. The FIP, awesome, 2.22. Zach Wheeler against this specific Dodgers lineup has not been great. 164 plate appearances, a K rate of 22%, which is not great, and a 17% walk rate for whatever reason. 311 batting average and a 416 weighted on base. So those are, again, less than stellar numbers there against this current Dodgers lineup that he's going to face tonight. And he's also going to get Rob Blesky, who has been pretty good for the entire season. How often are you going to get Zach Wheeler at plus money? And the Phillies, by the way, they're in this race as well with 17 wins like we talked about. They're playing great ball right now. So the other matchups in this series go Painter, Sasaki. That's going to, what's the total tomorrow?
No kidding.
Sign me up for the first 5 over for sure.
Yeah.
And then Sunday is going to be Luzardo against Yamamoto.
Okay.
And
I'm with you if you want to play all these players over too, with these incredible numbers going back with Bush, Suzuki, and Judge as well. Don't forget Judge 500 against Severino, and it's Rodon for the Yankees tonight.
Well, and that's so with that game going on, Rodon, it's a very small sample size. In fact, he's striking out about 11 batters per 9 in 13 innings. The walks, though, Pauly, are more than 7.5, and the ERA is 4.15. You're also going to get Severino at home. Remember, it was a problem last year. This year, the ERA at home is 5.55 compared to 3.38 on the road, and a whip of basically 1.5 at home as well. The ball can carry out in Sacramento. The total is 9.5. I mean, don't we think the Yankees are going to get runs off Severino? And is Rodon going to go out there and be brilliant? I don't think he's going to be.
Mm-hmm.
And for those who are thinking about this right now and going to be asking on social media and via email, maybe right now or later on today, we are going to talk most wins in June on Monday. That's June 1st. And no day games that day. So they're all at night. And we'll bring on our buddy Chris Belm. He and I have been going back and forth on a couple of teams. And oh, by the way, Circa just posted odds within the last hour or so.
Right. Clock is ticking on one of the best VSiN Pro offers of the year. Sunday, the final day to get a full year of VSiN Pro. Normally $240 for just $199. When you sign up now, you get 2 extra months free. 14 months VSiN Pro, less than 50 cents a day. Code PRO. Every best bet, every host, every guest. Betting splits, DK, Circa, AI-powered prop tools, 24/7 live video plus the replays, and any special edition betting guides for all the sports. It expires Sunday. VSiN.com/subscribe. Code PRO now. Code PRO. VSiN.com/subscribe.
Yeah, that Diamondbacks team has been playing great ball lately.
Yep.
Like, don't look now, but there they are.
The schedule's been a joke, too, but you got to take advantage of it. KC 2-12 against lefties also.
Oh, very good. Up next, NBA numbers after Game 6. The Mitchell Robinson injury should be meaningless. And I'll give you a trend that is undefeated in the history of the NBA in Game 7s. So you're telling me the Spurs are playing the Knicks. Details on that coming up next.
So you're listening to this podcast because you want an edge. But what if I told you you're only halfway there? You've got the mindset. Now it's time to get the toolkit to match. Here's the thing. Pro bettors spend thousands on data and tools, but what they don't want you to know is you can get the same edge for a fraction of the cost with VSiN Pro. With VSiN Pro, you get access to expert picks, public betting data, prop projections, powerful tools, analytics, and more. Tap the link in the description and see why thousands of bettors are already using VSiN Pro to cash more bets.
I've been looking into Prolon, and what really stood out to me is that it's designed to give you the benefits of fasting without actually having to stop eating completely. It's a plant-based 5-day program with everything pre-packaged for you. Soups, snacks, drinks, all designed to keep your body in a fasting state so it can activate things like cellular repair and renewal. It's actually backed by years of research and developed alongside one of the leading longevity institutes, which makes me feel really comfortable in trying it. Prolon is offering FieldSwell listeners 15% off site-wide plus a $40 bonus gift when you subscribe to their 5-day program. Just go to prolonlife.com/FieldSwell. Again, that's prolonlife.com/FieldSwell to get your discount and bonus gift today.
This is Follow the Money on VSiN.
A lot of people freaked out when they saw the Mitchell Robinson broken pinky news yesterday.
Yeah.
That might have been one of the biggest overreactions of the entire year.
Yes. Yeah.
How is that going to possibly impact what he's going to play like in the NBA Finals?
Right.
He doesn't shoot the ball. He's already awful at free throws. It's not, I tell you this, if it was a broken like pinky toe or a broken toe in general, now you're talking where the guy can't get out there and actually run up and down the court. That's a major problem then. Mm-hmm. A broken pinky should, and I'm guessing will not have an impact on the series at all. It'll be a complete non-talking point once the games get started. Am I wrong?
No, you're right. You're going to have him. He's ready to go game one. It's not going to be a problem with him shooting. You don't want his offense anyways. I like when they play the Twin Towers. We'll see how much they'll use of it as well. St. Mary's now minus $5 in play. But that's much ado about nothing. I totally agree. And he'll be fine, and it's not like he needs it to shoot anyways.
St. Mary's has 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th against the number 1 team in the country. And yes, for those of you on X asking the question, we know it's double elimination. Understand that. I still don't think UCLA is going to be very happy with a loss here in this game. Just wake up tomorrow and, hey, we'll go get them again. You don't take any chances whatsoever. And they were as high as plus 180 in the market. If you miss it, I tried to get down on UCLA in the last segment, but it was what a racket we live in.
Spinning. It
It was spinning for a minute, and then it rejected the bet. Okay, it's going to be a loser the way it looks. Amazing. I guess good thing it rejected it, huh?
Yeah, sent to traders. Traders are checking it over.
Sure. This is maybe the most random trend I'm ever going to give you.
I know, but it keeps winning.
No, this is different.
Okay.
This one's undefeated.
Yeah, it keeps winning. Yeah, no, I know where you're going.
Oh, you do?
Yes. This is phenomenal. It is all-time kooky, but it's sort of this.
Does it have to do with Harrison Barnes?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So here's the trend. Harrison Barnes' birthday is tomorrow. So what does that have to do with anything? Well, NBA players in Game 7s when they play on their birthday, all time, it's happened 7 times. Tomorrow's going to be number 8. Those players and the teams that they play for are 7-0. Barnes will try to make it 8-0. Barnes did this in a Game 7 10 years ago, the Golden State Warriors, and they won. Happened in 2016. Paul George did it this year.
That's right. I remember seeing it.
Yeah, against Boston.
That's right.
And it happened with some other guys going all the way. Walt Hazzard was the first player to ever be in a Game 7 on his birthday, 1966. Scott Hastings did it in 1990. Kevin Garnett, the great KG, who unfortunately is going to get lost in history as an all-time player, 2004. That is Tuesday night when the moon is half full and the temperature is between 58 degrees and 63. That's one of those trends.
Are you surprised he doesn't get more minutes? And also maybe throw Olynyk out there more?
I kind of am, yeah.
I would think, it's, especially when some of these guys are struggling shooting, that maybe to give him more look.
I don't hate the idea of playing Barnes a little bit more.
Yeah.
I always liked his game.
I tell you, but props are going to be tough with a Game 7 and what could be low scoring, even though the Game 7s are 4-0 to the over so far in the playoffs.
You want to go?
It's right, because the Spurs are going to be kicking themselves if they can't win this series without Mitchell and without Williams, if they can't get this done. And boy, I think, I know Raheem mentioned Game 5. I think Game 3 is the one that's going to be really going to bother them. To be up 15 to rip and the whole building's up for grabs, and then the bench goes crazy, and Caruso knocking down threes. But that's why it's so funny and interesting that at times Caruso looks so good and they're knocking down so many shots. Sure. And then last night, nothing's fallen. He only attempts, I think, 3 and only makes 1 3-pointer. And then you pull people when it's a blowout.
De'Aaron Fox prop tomorrow night is 13.5 points.
They won, but he was bad last night, too.
There's no way I could bet him over.
Yeah, I know. Which I know you're concerned about the ankle and the injury, but I also kind of lean into what Geltzeiler said yesterday, NBA Sirius XM radio, about this guy could be on the move. Like, why do I need him? And he's a max player. He, by the way, was bad in the Game 7 against Golden State in Sacramento, although he was banged up in that game too. But when you see how well Harper played, I would say more run for Harper, and that's just, come on, Fox. And I've been saying it for much of these playoffs. If he puts up big games and is shooting for the ball well from 3, then they're almost unbeatable. But he's had so many bad performances this postseason. It's frustrating as hell to watch.
I'll give you a player to look at right now. If the Thunder win this game tomorrow night and they go on to the NBA Finals for Finals MVP, he's had some really good games against the Spurs, but it's not like combined overall, it's not going to be enough to get the job done. I mean, if Williams is going to be compromised and Mitchell can't go, don't you have to have a little pizza money on McCain to win the NBA Finals MVP?
Okay.
The way that he can give him that automatic spark.
Yeah.
Either he's going to start or he comes off the bench. And he, shooting from deep in this series has not been great, only 28%, but that's really bad for him. He's clearly a much better shooter than that. And now dishing out 6 assists in the game yesterday. I mean, his ceiling, as we're seeing it right now, boy, Morey was dead wrong about the ceiling on this kid.
Yeah.
But could he go out there and average 17 a game in the NBA Finals and shoot 52% from downtown and be wildly efficient and now dish out some assists?
Fearless. Love
Sure
it.
he could.
He had a bad game, bounced back, and was awesome the next game.
Yeah.
And we didn't mention yesterday when Caruso was 25-1, even though he struggled in the loss last night. Since we've been talking, DraftKings have dropped him to 10-1.
10-1,
to win a Western Conference Finals MVP.
Oh, Will Hill's got to be feeling good about that ticket.
Yeah. Well, and also, I'm sure probably the McMahon soundbite, too, that he's a voter and says Caruso's the MVP if OKC wins.
You know, another guy I want more run from is Cason Wallace.
Yeah.
God, I love his game, and he's another guy. I did not bet him last night because the juice got out of, but he went over 2.5 steals. He had 3 again last night. So, did we say this on the air or was it off the air? I think it might have been last week. When healthy, the depth for OKC is so strong. I think it was with Julian Edlow. Think about, like, A.J. Mitchell off the bench along with Cason Wallace. They could be a starting backcourt in the NBA, and they'd be damn good. Mm-hmm. Like, that's, you put them on almost any of these teams that were tanking for the most part. You give them that backcourt, all of a sudden it's like, hey, you have a pretty good future.
Mm-hmm. Thanks to the shout-out, the tweet, by the way, on Ariel Atkins. Sparks in action tonight. She's gone under her points prop in every single game.
Okay.
Including the preseason. Do with that what you want. But now this one's tough because you don't have Plum now, who's been leading the league in scoring, but now she's out a week. And the Mystics laying 2.5. I want to see how the Sparks respond. And I think we both like the Lynx tonight. Chicago Sky have not been the same since they lost Rakia Jackson, as they've dropped 3 in a row. Minnesota just beat them, and now they were as low as $1.80 on the money line, laying 4 tonight on the road.
Yeah, it's they've taken a little bit of money, and it appears to be they're up to 4.5 in most of these. Yeah, they're 4.5 pretty much at every spot now. I still think that that's a bettable number for Minnesota.
Yes,
it is Minnesota's really good, and they're not even at full strength. And like you said, Chicago's in really bad form as we speak. Did you do anything else with player props at all?
No, that's it. I mean, that's just a killer where you're following 2 gals, and it was a 9-1 overrun, and then they both get hurt. Plum was the big one, which I know it's only a week. Jackson, I actually should say, is a big one because that's ACL. Plum's only out a week. But for Plum to average 27 a game out of the gates, and she was so good against the Aces, and to think the only under was she had 14 at the half.
Yeah.
Prop was 19.5, finish was 16. They scored 100 in a game. But she's been doing everything for that organization. She's been awesome.
Well, I will say this on Sunday. That is it's an isolated game. The only one on the schedule that entire day, the way it looks. The Aces are at the Valkyries. That is a really good basketball game. Like we saw, the Aces were involved in a good game last night against Dallas. And was it Shepard? Did you see her triple-double? I think she had a 20-rebound triple-double last night.
Yeah.
And the Wings were down. That was it was a bad game for the Wings. You asked me this earlier, like in door 1 or door 2, what would I do? It's going to be like last year where the Aces are going to be fine at the end of the year. There was a big sweat, though, going through most of the regular season. Like, oh, boy, are they going to miss the playoffs? Are they really this bad? And they turned it on and won the whole thing.
Well, I think, who was it, Doug Kazarian? He loved Golden State to make the playoffs, too?
Yeah.
They did a great job shutting down Caitlin Clark last night, who was 3 of 12. She was 3 of 12 shooting. And they got the win 90-88.
Well, that's another thing. Remember, Caitlin Clark, going back to last year, awful on the road shooting from, especially from downtown.
This is also getting frustrating. I understand people like at 90 minutes, an hour before the game, we still don't know her status.
Yeah.
They're going to do this all year, it appears. Man, reminds me of the Josh Allen game against the Vikings.
Oh,
is he in? He's in. Oh, the line moved 6 points. Oh, now he's out.
He's out.
Oh, he's out for warm-ups. I mean, you can't do this every single game.
I would agree. So best bet tonight, probably we're in cahoots here. Lynx?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes. I'll trust the guy on Atkins too, but I would just say it's more. I think be difficult with Plum out now.
We'll get some best bets in the College World Series. As Lou Finocchiaro is going to join the program, he also has a strong opinion on the Stanley Cup Final. Hear his thoughts coming up on Follow the Money. It's VSiN, the Sports Betting Network.
This is Follow the Money on VSiN.
Good to have you on board here on a Friday. Big fan of our next guest. Does such a great job on the website, also with his many hits that he does here on various shows throughout the week on the network, and also with his podcast called Bout Business. Lou Finocchiaro joins us here on the Progressive Guest Line. Uncle Lou, good to see you again, my man. How are you today?
Doing great, guys. Thanks so much for having me. What a swell time of the year.
It really is. I mean, going into June, July used to be the no more dead time in sports, especially with the World Cup, no more dead time. College World Series betting, which we're going to get into, has become so much bigger over the years. But let's begin with one of your true loves, and that's the National Hockey League. You have a very strong opinion on the Cup, assuming that we get Carolina and the Golden Knights. We'll get to that in a second. Do you have an opinion tonight on Game 5?
My desire for tonight in Game 5 is that Montreal wins this game and forces Carolina into another game. And I'm doing that to fuel more momentum on the Carolina side. I prefer Carolina to go into the Vegas series with 1 to 3 days off. That's all. And I prefer Vegas to have to compete against Carolina with 9 days off as opposed to 7. And that's what a Montreal win will do tonight.
Okay. Hence, you would like Carolina a lot under that scenario to finish the Golden Knights in a relatively quick series, is my guess?
Mitch, I think that the 11-day rest that we made so much stink about for Carolina is now a benefit to them. It hurt them game 1 against Montreal, but their legs are under them, and they're a team with momentum, and they're a team with focus. Meanwhile, on the Golden Knights side, you got to understand that Colorado, they got the brains beat out of them by the Kings. Then the next series was the Wild, and they stepped into the Knights, another heavy team. And I will make the statement that the Knights beat a 78 to 80% Avs team. And the Knights, with that rest, 7 or 9 days, is going to thwart their momentum. I think it's going to thwart their momentum in the net. I don't buy that Freddie is tired. I've bought that he's struggled in years past. But these young athletes want to kick the door in and get their name on the cup, something they've been dreaming about since they were in kids. I like Freddie. I like Carolina. I like them a lot based on the rest factor. I think it sets Carolina up superbly for a very strong series. And I'm looking for something that looks like 4-2.
All right. That's a great breakdown. That is very interesting. Do you want to ride this Montreal freight train, 11 straight first period overs tonight as well?
Paul, I don't get too involved. I've hardly even bet totals this year because I'm so intoxicated on following road teams.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, road teams this year, 40 and 35.
Yes, sir.
So, and you look at tonight's game, Montreal opens 187 as a dog. You look at them, they're now plus 221. So the bookmakers knew they were going to get a lot of Carolina money. They taxed it into the line. It's still not enough. If you're betting tonight's game, I believe the only bet is Montreal.
Yeah, so plus 221 right now here at Circa. That's more than a fair price to you.
Oh, I thought 187 was more than a fair price. Montreal's been pretty good on the road.
Do you ever get involved with the puck line? Would you take 1.5, hoping they win outright, or avoid, or maybe it goes to overtime, but you don't want to pull the empty net, obviously?
Mitch, I'm not afraid to consider that, but in games where there's a potential clinch, now you get goofy stuff like Paul notices all the time. These goalies get pulled at 4 and 3 minutes. So no, I wouldn't in this scenario because it's a potential clinching situation.
Yeah, I think it's absolutely outrageous, too. We're pulling guys with 5 minutes left on a regular basis. It's a card that starts in the middle of the night in Macau. How about a couple UFC plays, Uncle Lou?
Yeah, this is a card that's primarily a setup card for the local regional athletes in the Eastern Hemisphere. But we have a long, tall Chinese fighter that fights out of California traveling out to Macau to face a young, short, squat guy named Alex Perez. Perez is the more well-rounded fighter, and he's been in with a better degree of competition. Su Muarji is the Chinese fighter. He'll have all the home cooking going for him, but the issue is He doesn't wrestle, and he's no good off his back. And that's the first place Perez is going to try and take this fight. I like Perez, who opened a pick. He's now maybe minus 130 or minus 140 there at the Circa. Again, depending where you shop, he's a short favorite, but it's who he's been in with and the development and well-roundedness of his mixed martial arts acumen that makes me lean to him.
Okay. I know it starts, what is 4 o'clock out here, something like that? 1 o'clock?
1 a.m. the prelims start Pacific time, and then the main card starts at 4 a.m.
Okay.
Bagels and beatdowns.
Yeah, well, it's going to be people firing in bets, going to go to bed and hoping that they wake up to some winners in their account. Any other fights that you like?
Yeah, there's a Rastaman from Guyana called Charleston Harris. He's shipping in on short notice to fight Jake Matthews. Jake Matthews is tough. He's durable, but he's always just a little bit underachieved. He's not lightning fast, but he's tough and he's durable. And I think this is a good matchup for Charlton Harris, who's just going to come out there and throw caution to the wind and try and touch him up. I might even consider Harris, who is a plus 300 straight, inside the distance at plus 550. This would be a smaller type of a bet because of the size of the underdog.
Very good. Follow the money here on VSiN, the Sports Betting Network. Our guest, Lou Finocchiaro. You can follow him on X at GamLou. The podcast is called Bout Business. Did you have any bets on individual games today in the College World Series?
No, but I had some regional bets, and I have some bets to go to the College World Series, all published on the GamBlue webpage. Nebraska to win the regional, Arkansas to win their regional. Those haven't played yet, so I'm good. Southern Miss to win theirs, and Oklahoma State to win its. Both of those teams lost. So I have some work to do in those regionals to make this College World Series. I love this market, guys. Available at DraftKings. Florida State was plus 150 when I took them. I'm still very bullish on them, and they're only winning their game right now 3-2. Florida. That's a team that hides in the middle of the SEC every year. And then by the end of the year, they're playing their best baseball under this coach, O'Sullivan, who might as well have a condo in Omaha. He's there all the time. And then last, Mississippi State. Mississippi State plus 115, not only to win their regional, I think they can go places. The coach O'Connor that came from Virginia went to Creighton, which is in Omaha. If Mississippi State makes Omaha, they will have the crowd behind them unless Nebraska also goes, in which case they would both have the crowd behind them. One last bomb. Everybody and their mama talking about Georgia Tech, and Georgia Tech is a phenomenal baseball team, but they play baseball with home runs and high batting. And when you get to Omaha, the batting average goes down, the wind blows in your teeth, and the home runs almost go away. Oklahoma in that region, I think, could really do something as far as surprising Georgia Tech when they play. And Oklahoma to make the College World Series 15-1, that might be one you put a ham sandwich on and look for some upsets.
Wow, very good. Okay, so do you start betting the college, well, I should say college baseball in general, like basically as soon as the season starts?
On February 9th, I made some future plays based on the fact that I'm very convinced that of the 8 teams that will go to Omaha, 5 or 6 will be ACC and SEC teams. So I just shoot at those. And most of them are still alive. LSU, the one I was most confident in, they did not make it. So I start out with a loser. So by the time the regionals come, which just started today, then I look more at to make the College World Series, to win the regional. Played no individual games today, but I may tomorrow, especially, for instance, UCLA or Oklahoma State that are in must-win situations.
Yeah, great point. Love getting your perspective and best bets, Lou. Thanks so much for the time. Have a great weekend, okay?
Thanks for having me, guys. Good luck, everybody.
Yeah, there you go. Lou Finocchiaro on X at GamLou. That's also the website and also the Bout Business podcast. Joined us here on the Progressive Guest Line. Okay. There's a lot there with the bets that he gave out. But also, I mean, what do you make of that on the Canadians tonight? He said he thought plus 187 was a fair price. Now that's bumped up 40 more cents.
Yeah. Well,
so
I know you don't want to be prisoner of the moment, but my God, this has just been total domination here. I mean, again, you're talking, 47 shots on goal the last 3 games? NHL playoffs, that's the fewest 3-game stretch since they've been tracking this since 1960. You know, I always like what Jonathan Davis says. There's no momentum in hockey carried over from game to shift. But this is just, they're much the best here. And how's Montreal going to score? We know game 1 was an absolute fluke because of the layoff that he mentioned. I love his analysis on why he likes Carolina in the Stanley Cup Final.
Let's follow the money here on VSiN, the Sports Betting Network. Up next, we'll recap our bets from last night, and we'll tell you what we've added for tonight and beyond here on VSiN.
He knows the quarterback was on coke if his girlfriend was not drunk.
These games are a burial, a blowout, a human lock. You can bet your unborn children's children on these games.
I was so good that whenever I bet, I could change the odds for every bookmaker in the country.
All right, it stinks for props when there's blowouts. Caruso only made 1-3, and they pulled them early as a 20-0 run in the third quarter by the Spurs open it up. And also OKC to win in 6, plus 450, no good, as we get the phenomenal Game 7, all the pageantry, the pomp and circumstance Saturday night for the right to take on the Knicks. PSG to lift a trophy tomorrow. A lot going on, you're right. 9 a.m. in the morning. Champions League, CBS. Nigel likes the under. PSG to lift the trophy minus 160. I don't know if Arsenal's going to score, but then I can throw out the regulation garbage if this happens to be 0-0. I don't hate your idea to play 1-0 exact scores as well.
This game typically used to be played around noon our time, did it not?
Sounds about right.
Because we all used to meet at McMullen's, the huge soccer bar here in town.
Remember the first time we were invited and Liverpool was involved, and I didn't know it was a Liverpool bar?
Yeah.
And then it was elbow to elbow. And I'm like, get me out of here.
That's when
rambunctious group, and I'm like, I did not know I was walking into this.
Were they not playing the club that Ronaldo was on at the time, and I wore my Ronaldo jersey?
Oh, that's right. They wanted a piece of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were instructed to take it off, and there was going to be problems.
Yeah, that's right.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, that was the busiest I think I've ever seen a bar in my entire life.
I know. Yes, right. And, it's a different type of fan too. Not like Linda Cohn was talking about with the bandwagon fans. Braves against the Reds. It's a fate against Paddock, who jumping around from team to team. All 8 starts his team has lost this season. And Acuna goes deep to start the game. 1-0 top of the first. And the Lynx on the money line tonight against the Chicago Sky, who have been clearly affected with the Rakia Jackson injury, as she is so good offensively, out with the year for the ACL. And they have lost 3 in a row, and I like this Lynx team very good. So good luck out there this weekend and tonight.
Best of luck to you as well, Pauly. My May is going to come down to a couple of bets, and they're pending. We'll get to those in a second. 3 losers last night. They all had 1 steal. None of them had 2 steals. That's no good for me. SGA, Caruso, and Castle. The one guy who kept it going was Cason Wallace, who had 3 again last night.
Man.
Guy's awesome.
Champagny was 9-1 to have, a couple blocks.
Was he really?
Yeah. Yeah, 9-1, 2+ blocks. McCain was the guy who got it done with the assists. 6+, 30-1 at DK.
So my month of May is going to come down to, the Rangers and Yankees, those will be losing. They are losing bets. The Guardians in pocket here at 39-1, most wins in the month of May. They are currently tied with the Phillies and the Brewers. And they have a 3-game set against the Red Sox this weekend. Also, one that's not in pocket, but it's the Spurs 18-1, which I've hedged out of. So,
yeah,
I guess I had to do it various ways.
Well, we get to see him Tuesday. We were on vacation last week, so tip jar is going to be a lot of fun. And we know someone already got one done. Someone had Knicks to win the East to cash a bomb.
That's right. Here's what I have tonight. Kettle Marte, has been arguably the hottest hitter in Major League Baseball going on 2 weeks now. He's taking on George Kirby tonight. Now, Kirby throws the sinker about 19% of the time. This year, Ketel Marte is batting almost 500 with a slug of almost 900 against the sinker. We'll see if Kirby's going to throw him any sinkers tonight, but also he's batting like 500 in the last couple of weeks. So Marte over 1.5 total bases plus 130. We brought this up on the air, so yes, they scored already in the first, but I'm on the Braves team total over 4.5, much like you're on the Braves to win the game. And I'm on the Lynx first half minus 115 at the Sky. They come out of the gates and they win it by a basket. Hopefully, link 15 cents with that. That's what I have.
Other good props to look at tonight. Bush, 4-for-4 career against Palante. Suzuki, 500 career against him. Suarez, 667 against Holmes. Judge, 500 career against Severino. Contreras hitting 430 during an 11-game hitting streak. And to Mitch's point, Marte, 571 average during this 11-game hitting streak as well. And I think it's up to like $1, but depends where. It was $1.70 at DK, and it was $1.47 at Circa. Martinez at home, 2-0 with an ERA of 1. Martinez on the year, all 10 starts, 2 earned runs or fewer. I think Tampa wins as well.
Yeah, me too.
Sports calendar never stops. Sharp Plays covers it all. They've been winning for 15 straight years. The daily Mr. Poison tweets donated over $30,000 to charity with the Robin Hood Plays. They talk to over 400 sources and bettors worldwide across all sports and send out the info and intel immediately to subscribers. Respected, watched, and feared. When they move, the books take notice. Advanced AI, great sources. They find the value before the numbers shift. Start winning with them. sharpplays.com. As we mentioned earlier, there's a bettor before the season at DK who put $49,000 on the Knicks to win the title at 19-1, pays over $900,000. The cash out being offered is $255.
And I'm guessing he's not going to do the cash out.
That, no.
No.
Please, God, no.
I'll give you a couple of players tonight. VSiN.com, Opta AI stats that they really like. So
Okay.
Logan Webb has been on the IL for quite some time for the Giants. He returns tonight. The problem is he's in Colorado.
Yeah.
And the Opta AI stats, one of their biggest edges tonight is Logan Webb 5+ Ks, which is currently even money the way it looks. They are projecting 6.42 Ks out of Logan Webb tonight. I know how bad he's been because he's another player that I have in my fantasy. He's killing me. He's like a third-round pick for me. Been awful.
Yeah.
But maybe, obviously, he was hurt, and so had to go on the IL, and that was a good thing for him, and he'll come back and be the Logan Webb of old. You want to know who they're on for tomorrow night's Game 7? Because Cornette got there last night.
That helped. You know, the blowout helps. Pulling people early, and Wemby getting pulled. Vicious beat Wemby over points.
Sure. So Luke Cornette was the number one value play on the board last night, and it got there with the points. Tomorrow night, the number one player is Lou Dort. 8+ points minus 135. They're projecting almost 11 out of him. But the number 2 and number 3 edges are on the same guy as last night. They're going to run it right back with Luke Cornette. Again, you can check all this out at vsin.com. The Opta AI projections, they're there. They can help you as a tool when you want to put together your portfolio for player props. They are projecting 3.64 points out of Luke Cornette. 3+ is currently around plus 131. They make the number minus 260. I checked at 238. And they also like Luke Cornette 6+ points and rebounds. They're projecting 7.2 out of him in the game. Does he only get there if it's a blowout one way or the other? Because Wemby's going to play 42, 3, 4 minutes tomorrow night.
Hope the Spurs get it done. And I know experience is big. And I know OKC was in this spot, not only in the finals, but also in the conference semis. And they pounded Denver. But San Antonio's the younger team, more athletic, and the healthier team with the best player in the series. You got to win this game. You better. The other thing is, please, can we have a close game? So we reference what Cousin Sal's been doing, and when Raheem was on earlier from The Ringer, he is playing both teams in all these games, and he's laying 9.5. That's 7 games in a row. Blowouts. 118.91, 127, 114, 130.93, 103.82, 121, 108, 123, 108.
I'll buy you lunch if the point spread comes into play tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Either it's the same thing as last night that I said on the air. Either the Spurs are going to win this game as dogs, or the Thunder are going to cover out numbers. And I would not be surprised if they win. Again, nothing will shock me. If they win the game tomorrow night by a dozen, won't be surprised for 1 second. And I think you're going to be able to, like, I have nothing on the game as of right now. I'm going to wait for the first, I want to see how the first quarter is going to look.
Yes. Things that did not exist the last time the Knicks made the finals. iPhones, Facebook, Reddit, X, YouTube, Survivor, half of the Knicks' current roster, the OKC Thunder, Caitlin Clark.
Can we go back?
Linda Cohen, all fired up.
Oh, she was great.
That was surprising.
You got to go back and listen to
Oh,
it.
that
She
was
was
a
on it
great tirade.
second hour of today's show. She was awesome. Off that list, what's the one thing that you could go back and wish that we never had?
Oh, boy. I'd have to think about it. One thing we could.
Well, we're better off without Facebook.
Yeah, I never got into it.
Never, ever. Well, I did early stages. Connect with family, that kind of thing. I'm like, I'm out.
It's interesting. We deleted everything Facebook or right after the Megabucks thing happened. Everyone's like, what? Because congratulations, you're awesome.
Yeah, probably a good idea.
It's like she wants to stay anonymous. She wants to stay, and people who worked with her, this is unbelievable. Congrats.
Yep. Prime time's next. Humans, Will Hill tonight. Ian Cameron, best bets for the Stanley Cup Final and the UFL. Tomorrow morning, start your day, VSiN Weekend Morning Line with Tim Murray at 9 a.m. Eastern. Go get him this weekend.
Yes.
Heading into spring and summer is a real reset season for me and for many of us who want to look and feel our best. Prolon's 5-day program is one of my favorite ways to do it, designed to support your body at a deeper level while still being simple to follow. If you're ready for a reset, this is a great place to start. Visit prolonlife.com/fieldswell for 15% off and a $40 bonus. That's Prolon, PROLON, life, LIFE.com/fieldswell.